Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK back at you with another video here to break the 10-game NBA main slate on Friday. A couple things before I get in the video. If you're new to the channel, my name's DK. I make daily videos talking about NBA, NFL, and XFL daily fantasy sports. I'm also running a weekly $20 PayPal giveaway on my channel. How it works, all you have to do is leave a like and a comment in the video. That's one entry in the giveaway. Max one comment per video. So it started with my Thursday video last week, the first game back from the All-Star break. We'll go throughout the week, and we'll actually end my Monday NBA video at the end of this week. So however many videos I've uploaded for this extended week, you can end the giveaway that many times. So if I have 10 videos uploaded for the week, you can end the giveaway 10 times. And again, the winner receives a $20 PayPal from myself. With that out of the way, let's jump into the video. First, let's look back at my lineup here from Thursday. So this is my final lineup with CJ McCollum, Josh Richardson, Tobias Harris, Al Horford, Anthony Davis, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Kyle Kuzma, and Rajon Rondo. So, the core plays I gave you guys, obviously the Philly guys, they were the super chalk, Tobias and Al Horford. Obviously Anthony Davis too. It was a really, really chalky night. Bogdan threw him in there because of no De'Aaron Fox. He was dealing with a little bit of foul trouble and then just had a really bad shooting night. He was still okay. He didn't kill you, but expected a little bit more from him, to be honest. And then the two really cheap options with Rondo and Corey Joseph. I said, you can play one or even both of them. I ended up going with Rondo. Corey Joseph was really solid if you played him. I think he had 30 fantasy points. But I liked, the Rondo Kuzma AD combo there. And then I rolled CJ and Josh Richardson. Josh Richardson was solid. CJ was okay too. So yeah, all in all, I think it's solid. I don't know if I'm going to hit the cash here. I think Kuzma is going to have a big game for me. He's only 22% owned. Rondo AD obviously the chalk, so I'm going to need a big game from Kuzma probably to hit the cash in this tournament. But hope you guys all had a good night Thursday, and let's see if we can have a good night Friday. So there are some big contests here for Friday's NBA slate. Let's jump into it. And I am on the XFL. Sorry, just made my XFL video. If you guys are interested in XFL content, just upload my video for the Week 4 main slate. That will be up on my channel tonight. And there is a lot of question marks in the slate as well with injuries. But let's take a look at some numbers at Vegas really quick. So we have the Timberwolves Magic sitting at 236 over under. The Magic are 7.5 point favorites. We have the Nets and the Hawks 233.5. The Nets are 2-point favorites. Hornets Raptors 215 over under. The Raptors are 13.5 point favorites. Obviously some blowout risk here. Cavs Pelicans are still waiting on. Mavs Heat we're still waiting on. Thunder Bucks 229 over under. The Bucks are 10-point favorites. Kings Grizzlies 229 as well. The Grizzlies are actually 4-point favorites. Suns Pistons we're still waiting on a line there. Wizards, Jazz, 230 over under. Jazz are 10.5 point favorites. Obviously, a little bit of blow risk in that one. And then a good game to watch should be Denver and the Clippers, 219 over under. The Clippers are 5.5 point favorites. So let's do it. Let's jump into it. As always, we'll start with center. At the top is Nikola Jokic at 9.6K. Only played 28 minutes that last game against Detroit. Kind of a blowout, though, so I wouldn't be super concerned about that. We probably get somewhere between 30 to 35 minutes in this one. It's just, this game in general, not super appealing on a 10-game slate. Two good teams, obviously, but two good defensive teams. And Vegas, is reflecting that at 219 over under. So Jokic more of a contrarian option. Vucevic is a guy that at 9.2K I do have interest in. We're probably going to get about 35 or so minutes from him. Really good matchup. This one is sitting at 236 over under. So right now, this is the highest over under of the night. I do have some interest to spend up for Vucevic just because of that great matchup. Bam and Adebayo at 8.8. Seems priced about right. There's still some upside here, but I'm not overly excited about that. Siakam, the Toronto guys that, I'm worried here. It's just because of the blowout, right? A 13.5 point spread. I don't know if I want to take that shot in a big slate like this. Also, against Charlotte, they're really bad defensively. We played at such a slow pace. It does affect opposing teams. Porzingis, this is kind of dependent on Luka Doncic news. Luka Doncic is currently listed as questionable. If he can't go, Porzingis would stand out as one of the best plays in the slate, in my opinion. I still think he is in play, even if Luka plays, but would really stand out if Luka can't go. Now, DeAndre Ayton, I do like a lot here at 8.1. I'm curious to see what the Vegas spread is for this one. Again, we're still waiting on that. But there is some blowout risk just because Detroit's been so bad. I hope Detroit moves Christian Wood into the starting lineup because then I could run like a little a juicy game stack of like DeAndre Ayton, Christian Wood, Devin Booker, Derrick Rose, right? So I do have a good amount of interest in this game. Ayton at 8.1, he stands out as a really good play at this price. So yeah, right now Ayton is one of my favorite centers. Zion Williamson at 8K. The concern here is this Cleveland has been terrible. A little bit of blowout risk in my opinion, but he still is viable, but just I don't know if he stands out as like an amazing play at that price. Rudy Gobert has been absolutely terrible the last couple of weeks, but I mean, is this the get-right spot against Washington at a price of under 8K? I don't hate the idea of buying low, but man, he has really not flashed any upside recently. Drummond is still out, so we'll talk about Tristan Thompson, who I think really stands out as a good play. Christian Wood at 7.2, so he came out the bench, played 34 minutes the last game. I don't know why Dwayne Casey's not starting him. He should be in the starting lineup. If they move him into the starting lineup, I would really like him at this price. Derrick Rose have been the main guys in this offense recently. It's a really good matchup as well. So this is a game I have a lot of interest in, Detroit and Phoenix. Steven Adams at 6.8 has been a really safe option. He's playing about 30 so minutes. He's been really productive. He had a pretty solid game again tonight, so I think he's an okay cash game play. Jonas Valanciunas at 6.7. I do have interest for GPPs. Now the Mets been down on him, but Sacramento, Giles is getting more minutes, and they have Alex Len too. So maybe this is a game where Jonas Valanciunas gets his 30 minutes. We're missing Triple J. We're missing Brandon Clark. They've been involved in a lot of blowouts, back-to-back blowouts of, it was only played 25 and 23 minutes. But he was on pace to play about 30 minutes if those games stays close. So I do have some interest in Jonas Valanciunas. He's a GPP play for sure just because, again, the minutes are a little bit up and down. But if he gets like 30 or so minutes in this one, he could get 50 plus. So I do like his upside there for GPPs. Serge Ibaka is currently listed as questionable. This is pretty big news. If he can't go, then that opens up value with either Chris Boucher or Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Now, whoever starts it would be the guy I would have the most interest in, just because Toronto is a team that they give their starters heavy minutes. Now, you could make the argument this game could blow out, which is definitely a possibility, and then the guy who comes out the bench would still be viable. So, yeah, keep an eye on this. If Ibaka is available to play, I do like him at 5.9K, just because I think if this game blows out, in 3 quarters, he can probably still get you there. If the game stays close, he could absolutely crush. Now, again, if he misses, then it's RHJ, then it's Chris Boucher, whoever starts. Last time it was RHJ. Larry Nance at 5.9, I have some interest in with no Andre Drummond. Played 32 and 31 minutes in back-to-back games. This is a good matchup. Just the price tag, right? 5.9. Not like a great value play, but I think he is someone that is viable in an up-tempo game. DeAndre Jordan, Jared Allen, again, you guys know my breakdown of this. You can take a shot on them for GPPs. They're going to go with the hot hand. So I can never really recommend one over the other. They're just going to roll with the hot hand. So always for GPPs for them. Now, Tristan Thompson is a guy I like a lot at 5.7. With no Andre Drummond, played 32 minutes the last game against Philly. I think we probably get about the same here. My best guess is 30 to 35. I really like him at this price. Him and DeAndre Ayton probably right now are my 2 favorite center plays. Harry Giles, his minutes have been going up. He played some decent minutes again tonight. The concern is he is a guy that does get in some decent foul trouble every once in a while. So, but 5.6K, I think he is in play. Naz Reid, kind of the same thing, always a guy in foul trouble. I don't know if I get there in this slate. I'm not too super excited about the Washington guys there against Utah. Gorgie Jang at that price, I'll pass. I'd much prefer just getting to Jonas Valanciunas, so I was going to play him at the center. Other options here. I think Maxi Kleber is actually an okay value play at 4.3. We know Miami, Bam Adebayo plays big. Now, they can definitely run Porzingis out there a lot on him, but, I think we'd probably get at least 20 minutes from Maxi Kleber. He's been a pretty productive guy recently. So I'd have some interest in the value option there. I do have interest in Bismack Biyombo too, especially if Cody Zeller can't go. So we got to keep an eye on that. The Cody Zeller news. If he can't go, Bismack Biyombo, it is a revenge game as well, 4.2. We probably get 25-ish minutes from him. So, I think he would really stand out as a good value play if Cody Zeller's not available. Other options here, Nikola Mella even. He's been getting consistent minutes. 23, 27 minutes the last game against the Lakers. They seem pretty comfortable giving this guy, mid-20s minutes. We know Cleveland runs big too. I'm okay with Nicola Melli as a value play. Thon Maker, I'm not going to get to him. Alex Len intrigues me because, there's a chance Giles could get in some foul trouble. Alex Len is a pretty productive guy when he gets minutes. So more of just a contrarian GPP play, though. Henson started that last game at 3.5K. Got 21 minutes. If he starts again, I would have some interest in him at almost min price. And then did I skip RHJ? Is RHJ not listed as a center? I don't think he's listed as a center. Boucher at 3.4. Again, if Ibaka misses, whoever starts, whether it be him or Boucher, would stand out as the better play. Now, we could still look to the guy off the bench because, again, there's a decent chance this game blows out. But yeah, if Ibaka can't go, Boucher, RHJ, whoever starts, will become one of the best value plays of the day. Don't mind Mason Plumlee. Not a guy that's going to play big minutes, probably around 15 to 20. He's a pretty productive guy, probably gets here around 15 to 20 fantasy points. He's almost min-price, so I think he is a viable punt option. Willie Hernangomez, only look to him if Cody Zeller can't go. He played 19 minutes off the bench. I think we probably get about the same if Zeller's not available. Again, he's at 3.1K. But I think that really does it for center. Let's move on to power forward. Giannis at the top is probable. Fully expect him to go. He is always in play as a spend up. It's only a 10-point spread, so that Vegas, there's always blowout risk whenever Milwaukee is playing. Where's Milwaukee? Yeah, they're 10-point favorites at home. But yeah, if you have the salary to get to Giannis, I'm perfectly fine with that. John Collins, this is pretty dependent on Trae Young news. Trae Young is questionable with an illness. I expect Trae Young to go because he was questionable that Wednesday and played with the illness. So, but yeah, if Trae Young can't go, then I would look to a guy like John Collins, and obviously like a guy like Jeff Teague would become one of the best value plays. Siakam, again, I voiced my concerns there. Aaron Gordon is a guy I like a lot at 8.2. I know the price is continuing to come up, but the minutes, 43, 35, 41, and 41 minutes, one of the best possible matchups, and he's been really, really good. He's filling up the stat sheet. I really like Aaron Gordon even at this price. Kevin Love at 7.3, I have some interest in as well. Played 33 minutes that last game with no Drummond. That's more usage to go around. It's a really good matchup. So Kevin Love at this price I like as well. Again, no Kelly Oubre. That's a boost to Aiden. That's a boost to Booker. A boost to Rubio has been playing a lot better. Let's see. Other options here. I'm not super excited about a lot of guys in this price range. Like Bielitsa, De'Aaron Fox missed the last game, so there's more usage to go on if Fox is out once again. I would have some interest in him as a cheaper option. Yeah, really, honestly, not a whole lot I'm super excited about down here. So RHJ, right? If Ibaka can't go and they start RHJ at center, he's probably one of the best value plays. So yeah, we got to keep an eye on Ibaka news. I think that really does it, though, for power forward. So let's move on to small forward. Beal at the top, just a contrarian option against Utah. I'm not going to get to him for cash. Kawhi Leonard, I do have some interest in 9.5. Again, the Clippers are just such a deep team right now. Everyone healthy. Karis LeVert's a guy I like a good amount, even at this price, just because of this matchup. I have a lot of interest in this game, Brooklyn, Atlanta. I think you can run a nice little game stack, whether it be LeVert or Dinwiddie, run it back with like a Trae Young. I think that's very valuable for GPPs, if Trae Young is available to play, obviously. But yeah, LeVert just playing the huge minutes. He's shooting the ball a ton. Him and Dinwiddie are just have huge usage rates right now. No, obviously Kyrie out for the season. So I do like LeVert there, even at that price point. Guys like Middleton and Bledsoe, I'm not super excited about Giannis playing. Ingram, I liked him when he was below 7K. 7.5K is still viable and a good matchup, but again, there is a little bit of blow risk in this one. Paul George does intrigue me at 7.1K. Now, he's been on a minutes limit. He played 28 that last time out. If they're going to take him off a minutes limit, I would like him at this price. Now, it's a bad spot, but if we get like 30 to 35 minutes of Paul George at 7.1K, I have interest in him. Let's see. Other options. The Sacramento guys like Buddy Hield, Bogdanovich, Bazemore. We'll talk about like a guy, Corey Joseph, who become a really solid value play if De'Aaron Fox can't go. Don't mind Will Barton. He had an off game, but we probably get 30-ish minutes from him. I think he is a pretty solid mid-tier play. Bruce Brown is questionable. That's somewhat significant. If he can't go, That's just a bigger boost to guys like Christian Wood, a bigger boost to guys like Derrick Rose. So I like both those guys a good amount, and a really good matchup there against Phoenix. Sarge, he was a value play the last slate, too expensive at 4.8. I'm not going to get to there. Bazemore's viable if De'Aaron Fox can't go. Let's see. Honestly, it's not a whole lot down here I'm really, really excited about. Like, Culver, I guess, is okay, 3.5. Probably plays 20, 25-ish minutes. If you need a really cheap guy, I guess I don't hate that. I'm not, like, overly excited about it. I think that does it for small forward. Let's move on to shooting guard. Drew Holiday, 8.2. Don't know if I get to him at that price. Donovan Mitchell does stand out as a good play. Again, there's some blow rush here, though. 8K. He's had back-to-back 50 fantasy point games. I think that's a good matchup. Jimmy Butler at a price of under 8K. I do have interest in him. Hasn't really flashed huge upside in a little bit. Did have 51 4 games ago. But, yeah, I think he's a pretty safe cash game option there. Dinwiddie, again, I like him. I like LeVert even at their elevated price points. And just a really, really good matchup here. So, yeah, Dinwiddie hasn't really been great recently, but we know he's got 40, even 50 fantasy point upside in a good night. Devin Booker is a guy I like a lot. I know he was terrible that last time out. Connor, if you're playing Devin Booker, let me know because I will not play him. He has the Devin Booker jinx. But, yeah, like I said, no Kelly Oubre. That's more usage to go around for him. DeAndre Ayton. The concern here is there is a little bit of blowout risk is how bad Detroit is. But I like running a game stack for this one as well. Guy like Ayton, guy like Booker, Rubio. Then you have a Christian Wood, Derrick Rose on the other side. Let's see. The OKC guys against Milwaukee. There's secondary options. Milwaukee does play at a fast pace, but I don't know if I'm going to prioritize those guys. Fred VanVleet at 6.5, I think does stand out as a pretty solid option. Again, the concern here is just he doesn't get his full complement of minutes. Beasley at 6.2. He's playing huge minutes right now, getting about 35 or so. He's going to be shoot the ball a ton, so I think he's another solid play there in the mid-range. Again, Buddy Hield, Bogdanovich, Corey Joseph we'll get to in a bit. Those would be all guys I would like a good amount if De'Aaron Fox is not available to play. Schroeder, I like off the bench at 5.6. Again, you're getting him at a discount off of like SGA and Chris Paul. They were similar priced like a couple weeks ago. Now Schroeder's about 2K difference, so I do like Schroeder at that price coming off the bench. And Bogdanovich, he was a slight letdown tonight. I think he only played like 27, 28 minutes, was in a little bit of foul trouble, but he's a guy that does have upside and can take over games, especially if Fox is not available to go. I got Cody Martin. I guess I don't hate punting there. Has gotten 30 and 25 minutes in back-to-back games. No Malik Monk, so yeah, like he's a viable punt option for sure. Not going to feel great about it. Now, Jeff Teague, he got 23 minutes last time at 29 fantasy points, even with Trae Young playing. If Trae Young can't go, obviously Jeff Teague is probably the best value play of the day. I still think you can go to Teague, but I wouldn't feel great about it if Trae Young is available to play. Brandon Knight, a revenge game spot, played 25 minutes off the bench. You know, if Bruce Brown can't go again, I think we probably get similar minutes from Brandon Knight, who would be another viable punt option. I think that really does it, though, for shooting guards. So let's finish it off with point guard today. Doncic, again, this is big news. He is currently listed as questionable. If he is available to play, I like him a good amount as a spend up. His price hasn't really moved a whole lot after that last game. And he's a guy that's going to get about 35-plus minutes in a close one. This one should stay close. It's a tougher spot, but yeah, if he's good to go, I do like Doncic's good amount as a spend up. Obviously, Trae Young, same thing if he's available to play. Love his upside, especially in a matchup like this against Brooklyn. So you can run a nice little mini game stack with like Trae Young running back with Dinwiddie or LeVert. D'Angelo Russell is a viable play for GPPs. He probably gets 30 to 35-ish minutes. He's a guy that is a very high usage guy in this offense right now with no Karl-Anthony Towns. So I think he is definitely in play. It's a tougher spot, but he still has upside there. And Lowry, kind of my same concern with Siakam. I'm not super confident this game stays close. Devin Booker, I like a good amount. But, I mean, he burned a lot of people, so his ownership will probably be down a little bit. Fox, this is the big news, right? If he can't go, then Fox is optimistic of his chances playing Friday. We'll see. If he can't go, then obviously Corey Joseph becomes one of the better value plays, makes Buddy Hield, makes Bazemore, makes Bogdan a lot more viable. If De'Aaron Fox plays, is not going to be limited. I don't mind taking a shot there for GPPs in a really good matchup. Rubio has been playing unbelievable basketball after going on a terrible stretch. 36, 47, 62, and 45 fantasy points the last 4 games. He's playing consistent minutes. It's a good matchup. Yeah, I'm okay with Rubio too. I think I would prefer Booker and Ayton, but Rubio, you can't deny what he's been doing. Lonzo at 7K, we probably get somewhere between 30 to 35 minutes from him. Hasn't really flashed huge upside though. John Morant at 6.6. You can look to him and JV. Don't hate it. John Morant hasn't had a big game in a while. His price is slowly ticking down. This one should be played at a fast pace. So, yeah, I don't hate the idea of going to John Morant or Jonas Valanciunas here for GPPs. The Charlotte guys, Graham and Rozier, not for me on the slate. Derrick Rose is a guy I like a lot here at 5.7. I know he really hasn't flashed a big upside in a while, but this is a game I could see him having a good game against Phoenix. We probably get close to 30 minutes from him. Again, good matchup. So I like Rose. I like Wood. I like Booker on the other side. I like Ayton on the other side. Don't mind Rubio either. Conley, this is where I'm a little bit torn here. Played 33 minutes, had a decent game, 28 fantasy points. It's a really good matchup, but that last game, or 2 games ago against Phoenix, when he only played 22 minutes, does worry me. Like, if he's not playing good, there's a chance he doesn't get the full complement of minutes, so that's why I'm a little bit undecided there with Conley. Napier, if he starts again at point guard, I would have some interest here, even in a tough spot, because he only played 24 minutes, but got 2 fouls in the first 3 minutes. So he missed out on about 6-7 minutes. He was probably on pace for about 30 or so. Yeah, if he starts again, I would have some interest. Beverly is a guy that was also on a minutes limit. Him and Paul George both on minutes limits. If they're not going to be on a minutes limit, then I think both those guys would be pretty solid plays here, even in a tough matchup. Yeah, Corey Joseph, again, this is strictly dependent on De'Aaron Fox news. If Fox can't go, Corey Joseph would become one of the better value plays there at that price. George Hill's always a viable punt at 3.4. We'll probably get 20, 25-ish minutes from him. So he's another punt play that is in play. I think that really does it for the breakdown of this 10-game NBA slate. So yeah, thanks again for having to come and check the video. I really do appreciate it. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to live stream for this one. Has some personal stuff to attend to, but yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to give a core either. Probably not, but I'll let you guys know on Twitter. So yeah, thanks again for having to come and check the video. I really do appreciate it. Good luck, and I will see you guys all later.